yeah.
You can eat this later.
We're working.
Put them on for
If I finish it, then we can eat them.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try to talk. Those are really hot. Welcome to April 10th, Friday. Stay hydrated. Your workout is going to start with this buy-in. Again, building off what we did last week. So we had that lovely, lovely leg burner on Tuesday, and now we're going back up to those shoulders. All that strict pushing power, either overhead or laterally. Two options, just like last time. You got your body weight and your weighted. Neither one of them is particularly more difficult or harder than the other. It's just a different approach to it. But every 4 minutes for 4 rounds, so it's going to take 16 minutes. If you go body weight, we're doing 30 seconds of that pike push-up, a dip off a chair or a bench, a hand release push-up on the ground, and then the push-up position plank holder, just that tall plank. 30 seconds of each, and you're just counting your total reps for each round. And so it'll work out to be 2 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest for 4 rounds. Going that weighted option, you got the 8, 14, and 24 reps for time. So 8 strict handstand push-ups or some kind of seated press. And then for the dip portion, it's either a dip or a push-up, but we're trying to elevate the feet. So where we're off one here, this is where we're kind of dipping in between them as needed. And then we'll finish off with some lightweight skull crushers or tricep extensions, just some kind of movement for those arms. So 8, 14, 24 for time, or 2 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. Whatever apparatuses you guys have, you get a lot of options there. So we're going to start with the body weight. Shara's going to walk us through this. We're going to start with that pike push-up. So she's going to get into a plank. Her feet are going to be wide, and she's going to walk her hands up or her feet up, whichever. But see how her feet are flat on the ground? I'm going to have her come high to her toes so that weight shifts forward into the shoulders. Then she goes down at that angle, head in front of the fingertips, and she pushes back. So up on the toes, pushing forward, and driving up. So it's that upward motion, driving her hips to the sky. The next movement after that, before I get too far in that is the standard pike push-up. You can lower the intensity or raise it in that. So for lower intensity, just a bend in the knees, not quite as much pressure, just going through that motion, kind of adjusting the angle. And if you need to make it more difficult, any elevation of the feet is just going to add to that. So even if it's 2 inches, 4 inches, or up off a box, that pike position is always going to be amplified just like that. So then if you have a box, a chair, a bench, any surface that you can come off the side of, we can work these dips. So for level 1, she's just going to have her feet kind of straight out there. This chair's in the way. So straight leg, dipping straight down, hold the bottom, shoulders parallel with the elbow right there. If she wanted to make that a little harder, all she has to do is lift one leg up and get a few dips that way. If she wants to make it easier, she can bend the knees and use her feet to assist as needed. Keeping those hips close to whatever surface, not going so far that you are extending those shoulders out. The next one, the hand release push-up. If you guys, gosh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Any surface that you want, just make sure it's stable and can support your body weight first. Keep your feet on the ground, do a rep here or there. Make sure it's sturdy. Hand release push-ups on the ground, plank position. She's gonna go all the way down, flashing those palms and driving up. Notice how her thighs stay off the ground and she drives up, and that can also be done from the knees as well. So coming down, flashing the palms, pushing up, maintaining straight line from the head down to the knees, and then we will finish off with that plank hold. So it's just a high plank, nice and tight, digging the toes in, keeping the shoulders over the wrist, and she's holding tight for that final 30 seconds. So this should just be a nice burn. She's squeezing through the glutes, quads, ribs, everything. If I try to move her around, she's nice and tight. So again, for the body weight, 30 seconds of the pike push-up, 30 seconds of the dip, 30 seconds of the hand release push-up, and the 30 seconds of that plank hold. Just counting up your reps for each round. You get a 2-minute rest in between them. Now, if you want to go the weighted route, This one's gonna go a little quicker. There's only 3 movements, but you get some different options. So the handstand push-up, going for strict here. So if you need to hang something on your wall or a nice sturdy door, I just put this here just so I wouldn't put black marks all over the door. With this, you guys want to gingerly kick up, holding that nice tight position. Sorry, Siri. Coming down, all the way down, all the way up. I'm sorry too, Siri. Controlling that for 8 reps. If the handstand push-up is not there, you can go with a seated press, strict motion, driving up. You can do 4 and 4 or 8 and 8, whatever you're comfortable with, or if you have 2 of the same weight, that will work just fine. Keeping the shoulders over the hips, just raw, strict shoulder pushing power. We're going back over to those dips next, so I'll put your chair back. So the same dips from the body weight will work here, but if you can, we want to elevate those feet a little bit. So she just puts her feet up and dips straight down, adding a little more intensity. And just like last time, she can lift the leg if she wants a little more. Beautiful. Regular push-ups or the hand release push-ups will work here as well. You can even elevate your feet. You do a push-up with your feet in the chair?
Push up with my feet in the chair?
Yeah, like on the ground.
Yes.
More that incline push-up. Again, make sure your surface is nice and stable. Those will work there as well. Or you can do the hand release like we did at the beginning. Skull crushers and tricep extensions. So the skull crushers are on the ground. You were holding that weight. I prefer sideways for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you can tell that she can bring that weight down to her forehead and extend straight up without moving these elbows. So it dips back. Don't crush your skull, but that's what they're called. And pushing straight up. So it's isolating those triceps. Now for the extensions of the tricep, you can do that seated or standing. This one you can be vertical, pushing that weight up. Again, there's no real movement through the elbows. You're just going from behind the head and extending straight up. 8 presses, whether with your body weight or with the dumbbell. 14 seated dips or some kind of push-up variation, and then 24 of those tricep movements, either the skull crushers or the extension. 8, 14, 24. Rest the remaining time in that 4 minutes and repeat that for 4 rounds. So to recap, body weight, you're going for reps, working for 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Weighted, you're getting through that as fast as you can. Try to match what you did last time. Build up in that intensity. Get that good shoulder burn. Get swole. See you guys for the workout.